Hello, that's me, Trevix, and this is my house. I live in a small village selling materials to villagers for emeralds, operating a little farm. A life couldn't be better, to be honest. But something so creepy and mysterious happened to me. You have to hear this story, trust me. What should I start with? Well, long story short, in the village I had a master level farmer to whom I could sell one torch for 1 emerald. Pretty decent price, I would say. But that day I couldn't find him anywhere. He wasn't at the farm, and it was obvious that nobody had harvested crops there for a long time. I went into every house in the village, but there were no signs that the farmer had been in any of them. There wasn't even the slightest clue about his whereabouts. I decided it would be a good idea to check the surroundings, since the farmer could easily have gotten stuck in the textures or fallen into a pit. I had already helped the villagers out of tricky situations more than once, but neither near the village nor in the nearby cave was the farmer to be found. And then, climbing up a nearby hill, I saw something very strange. I came closer to get a better look through the spyglass. On the other side of the river, a cobblestone was visible. My curiosity got better of me, and I set off there by boat. Imagine my surprise when on the other side of the river I saw a boat by the shore, and it definitely wasn't my boat. Still not understanding what was happening, I continued searching for the cobblestone, when suddenly I saw a house. A house that looked no different from the other houses in the village where I lived. At first I thought I had stumbled upon another village, but villages in Minecraft doesn't spawn that close to each other. Something was wrong with this house, and fear began to creep over me. I went into the house, but the interior was no different from the other houses in the village. I had a crafting table and a chest. I was glad at the thought of grabbing some items from the chest, but inside there was nothing unusual. But hold on for a second. Items in chests are usually generated in random slots, but in this one they were neatly arranged in a row. What was even worse, there was a hoe, an item from the farmer's inventory. At that moment I realized that something strange was going on around me and decided to dig under the house in search of clues. As you've probably already guessed, this didn't bring any results. Just like my idea to go back outside and dig a bit more around the house. I was about to leave this creepy place when suddenly I clearly heard the sound of an explosion coming from the direction of the village. We all know that creepers only explode when a player is nearby, and natural explosions don't exist. I ran back, got into my boat, and set off to look for the source of explosion. To my relief, everything in the village was calm. The golem stood unharmed, which meant the explosion hadn't been caused by a creeper after all. And then I thought of the worst possible scenario. I headed to my house, and there I found what I had least hoped to see. At first everything looked fine, but then, right in the middle of the floor in my house was a huge crater from an explosion. Yet the strangest part was still ahead. At the bottom of this crater there was a chest. Inside the chest there was nothing but a single book. My curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to open it. And in the book, nothing, except for 2 words. Hello, Trevix. At that moment I realized I was no longer alone in my single-player world. How was that possible? Who did this? Why would they need to? How could anyone else even appear in my world besides me? There were more questions than answers, and I began to panic. Countless ideas came to my mind, each one crazier than the last. But I decided that locking myself up inside my own house was, at the very least, foolish. My instincts didn't fail me, and soon, outside, I noticed something. A single, lonely torch, as if it had appeared out of nowhere. The mysterious stranger had left me another clue, one I was about to follow. Oh, if only I had known what tragedy this would lead to in the future. And do you want to know how this crazy story will end? If so, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Trevix here. Take it easy. Peace.